Hi, my name is Aris Banag, UH College Personal Support Counselor. Here at the college, I deal with many students on personal level. I deal with students and their personal issues. I deal with stress. I deal with mental health issues. And I deal with various other issues on campus. Here today, I will be talking about the stress that many college students experience. Can you tell me how many students you think at a college would feel overwhelmed? It's a number far bigger than most people would expect, actually. It is known fact that about 1 in every 3 college students feel overwhelmed most of their time while here at the college. And out of the 30% that feels overwhelmed, over 50% of that number feels so overwhelmed that they often shut down and often have suicidal ideations. So stress is a very big issue for many of our college students. College calls for a significant transition where students experience many firsts. This is a very important event for many of our college students because coming to a college is very different from what they've currently experienced in the high schools. Some of these firsts included life changes. What does that mean? A life change could possibly mean where they were told to go to school, where now they can come and go as they please. A life change could be where they decide what classes to take now compared to the high school where they were told what classes to take. Achieving emotional independence from their family. They're starting to pull away. They're starting to get out of the bird nest. These are big, important first-time stresses for any student. Choosing and preparing for a career. Thinking about what are you going to do for the rest of your life. Having that constant pressure from your family. And with that constant question. And of course, finances. How are you going to pay for these things? How are you going to pay for your tuition, your books? How are you going to still live off of and do the right things? And of course, when it comes to new stresses, this new relationship that you may have, new love, sex maybe for the first time for some of you, new relationships with a female or a male, and of course grades. Grades become important for you to graduate. Whether you're going to stay here or transfer on, your grades are extremely important. And many students are concerned so much about their grades that they don't even understand what they're learning. And of course, the big stressor for many students is the course overload. Taking too many classes, what that means, what that looks like, how much more hours of studying you're going to do when you have 4 classes compared to 2. Course overload is oftentimes a huge stressor for many of our college students. It's a known fact that about 30% of college students are over the age of 25. Here at UH College, we actually have a larger population of older students here on our campus, anywhere from the age range of 40, 50 to 60-year-olds. Many of these students will experience the same stresses as a younger student. However, these older students will come with the unique stresses for themselves. Many of them are coming back to change a career. Many of them are coming back with families to be raised. Many of them are coming back and still working a full-time job at the same time. And of course, many of them come back with a lot of self-doubt. Many of them haven't been to school in many, many years. They don't know if they can still do the school work. Many of them will struggle with the technology. So there is a lot of self-doubt for a lot of these older college students. But there's also a scary side when it comes to stresses in college. It's a known fact that 1 in every 4 college women report surviving rape or attempted rape since their 14th birthday. And a population of our size on our campus here at UH College, we have approximately 3,160 students. Out of that, according to the statistics, 790 females will at some point in time survive a rape or attempted rape. In a study by the CDC, showed that out of 100 college students and over 5,000 participants, women were asked a question: in your lifetime, have you ever been forced to submit to sexual intercourse against your will? Out of the 5,000 or so college students interviewed, 20% of these women answered yes. So it is a growing statistic in our college. But there are also other statistics that are really important. 3% of college men report surviving rape as well. 99% of people who rape are men. But get this clear, most men do not rape. Between 62 to 84% of survivors always knew their attackers. 42% of rape survivors told no one about the rape. False reports of rapes are rare, and they do happen. According to the FBI, only 8% of these reports are actually false reports. 50%, 57% of rapes happen on dates. 75% of the men and 55% of women involved in these acquaintance rapes were drinking and doing drugs at the time of the attack. So, what is the best way to put a stop to this issue? First and foremost, we need to raise awareness. We need to let our campus know. We need to let other students know. We need to let our community know that this is a growing issue that can cause a lot of stress for our students, family, and friends. By educating yourself and other fellow students on our campus, in our community, we can take a stand to take the right measures and to keep ourselves safe. So please, let other people know that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. So, at this point in time, we're going to go over some of the different type of stresses that we're going to undergo while you're going here at the college. I'm going to break them down into two different categories. First will be academics, and the second will be social. Of course, there are many other stresses, but these are the two specific ones I'm going to talk about in this today. And finding the balance between these two is extremely critical in how you go about relieving your stress and how you go about dealing with the stresses that you have. Common sources of stress for many students. Social stress. What does that mean? Making new friends. Finding time or maintaining current relationships are all social stresses. Many students start to forget that why they're here on campus to begin with. However, going to college, the social atmosphere is actually of a very, very important part of the college life and college environment. Yet it can also be a huge stressor. Schoolwork. Managing exams, papers, and challenging course load. Whether you're taking 2 credits, 3 credits, or 12 credits or more, these are issues that you will have to face. Taking on too many classes can oftentimes lead to illness, hostile emotions where you become very irritable, not having enough time for your friends because of your in current overload. You're not learning as much, and ultimately this will result in poor grades. So being aware of what your course load is, being aware of what the type of classes you're taking are extremely important when coming back to school. Pressure. Pressure is a big one. And what are these pressures? These pressures come from all facets of life. From yourself, more importantly, as a student, wanting to do really well and get great grades. From your teachers, of course, from your instructors wanting you to do well. And from your family. The pressure from your family to decide what are you going to do with your life. What type of grades are you getting? These are all different pressures that you're going to feel. And of course, pressures from your friends. Pressures from your friends to come and hang out with them, to go do things with them when you have to study, when you have an exam due, or you have a paper or an assignment due. They're going to pressure you to come out and hang with them. These are different pressures that you will undergo. Pressures from work. These are all different pressures that you will have to face and have to address. All part of the social scene. Stress can have mental and physical effects. These are really important things to address. If you're starting to feel that you're having a drastic weight gain or weight loss, know that you're probably really stressed at that point in time. If you're really tired, you're fatigued, and not knowing where your energy is going to, you're oftentimes really stressed. Dropping out of college is a big one. Many students who are too stressed often stop coming to school. They don't address it. They want to avoid the stresses, and they stop coming to classes. And in extreme cases, of course, depression and suicide. Stress can have such a horrible effect on you that you become withdrawn and depressed, and oftentimes these depressed thoughts can lead into suicidal ideations or thoughts where you start to contemplate suicide. However, stress can also have a good effect on you. The right amount of stress can help motivate you, can help push you to be better, and you having to find that balance is extremely important.